Hey all, Kostas Papadakis here, and in this video I'm gonna show you how to set up PayPal buy now buttons, but also recurring aka subscription buttons. Now one thing to note is depending on where you live, okay, there may be different screens you see in PayPal, but the actual process and what you're trying to do and what you're trying to find is exactly the same. So just log in into your PayPal account like I've done in one of my accounts here. This is a personal one. I'm saying it's a personal one because if you go a business one, you will see slightly different options, alright? So once you log in, you will see a similar screen to this. What you're looking for is something called merchant services, alright? In my case, it's on the top here. Just click on that. And because I'm in the UK, chances are that what you will see and what I see will be quite different, alright? But what you need to find is something that's called create payment buttons for your website, alright? It could be create a website payment button, something similar. So just click on that, create. And what you will see here is some stuff that PayPal gives me. Remember, I'm in the UK and it's got some options now. But what you're trying to locate is this, alright? What type of buttons you want to create a buy now button. So anywhere you see a link for create a buy now button, just click on it. Now from this point onwards, what you see should be very, very similar regardless of where you live, alright? So this is the actual payment, the button creation process in PayPal. So you choose a button type. Now if you click on that drop down, you will see the loads of options. Now if you go a personal PayPal, you may not be able to do all of these options, but the buy now and the actual recurring, which in this case is called subscriptions, although it's got automatic billing and installment plan, you will use subscriptions to achieve this exact same thing, okay? This is like a tip. So let's start with the buy now button. So make sure the button type is buy now, and you want to give the item a name. Now this name is what will appear in the buyer's PayPal account, so it needs to sort of make sense. So if you have a product that's called FB Marketing Super Deluxe, alright, something like that, and this is a special offer or a OTO, you can just type this OTO. Now here it says the price, obviously self-explanatory, is the price you're selling this, alright? It could be $27, it could be $7. However, that's another important thing. You see this the currency. Right now, if you are outside the US, your default currency will be whatever is the default currency in your country. So if you're in Europe, you will see a euro currency. If you are in the UK, like I am, you will see GBP. In my case, because I've used PayPal buttons before, PayPal knows and immediately gives me the USD. Just make a note of that, just in case. The reason we prefer selling in United States dollars is because most people are used to pay in United States dollars, even if they live in Europe or anywhere else. Alright, that's the only reason. You don't need to do pretty much anything else on this screen, and you don't need to do anything on step 2, but you just need to drop down that step 3. It says customize advanced features, alright? And although it says optional, it's very important to do. Do you want to let your customers change all the qualities? No, because we sell information products, okay? So they cannot just do two PDFs basically, or two plugins of the same, alright? So just leave this to no, and you can leave the can your customer add special instructions or message? Yes, you can leave it to yes, it doesn't matter, and choose whether you need your customer's postal address. You don't really need it, alright, but it doesn't hurt leaving it to yes. Now here's the important bit. You see this little, it says take customers to these URLs when they cancel their checkout. Don't worry about that, just leave nothing. But here where it says take customers to this URL when they finish checkout, you need to tick on that, and now it will allow you to give a URL. Alright, now this is the URL of the thank you page of whatever it is that you're selling. Now, if you recall in a previous video, I gave you a template for a thank you page, which was for a free product, but obviously you can use this for a paid product as well, right? So you just need to give the URL of where they can actually go and download whatever it is they purchased. Now here's another tip. Let's say you wanted to offer upsells, alright? For those of you who don't know what an upsell is, for example, someone buys a product that is a plugin that creates Facebook fan pages, alright? And they go into PayPal, they buy. Now what you could do, you can represent them another offer, and that's called an upsell, that, for example, gives the user, the buyer, the ability with this add-on purchase, alright, for example, to have developer rights or to be able to resell it as its own plugin. So that's an example of an upsell. Basically, it's an added value, alright, but it's definitely not something that the buyer requires in order to do what it is do with the first purchase. Okay, just remember that an upsell, or generally an upsell, should be something of adding value and not required to do whatever it is that they purchased in the first place, right? Because they purchased the first product, and that product should be enough to do whatever it is we said on the sales page. The upsell is just something that it adds functionality, basically. Okay, it adds some features, or it gives a developer's license, etc. Right? I cannot stress this enough. All right. So you need to put that. So if you offer in an upsell, here you put the URL of the sales page for the upsell. All right. Now, if you don't offer an upsell, just put here the URL of where the user, then PayPal will redirect that buyer to the thank you page so they can download whatever it is they purchased. Okay, so if I put here, for example, put here your thank you page url.com something, right? Alright, you know what I mean here. And once you've done that, once you're ready, just go and create and click on the create button. Now what will happen is PayPal will take you to a similar page to this, and down here where it says need more help, you see two tabs, the website and the email. Now the website is, if you recall, with Aweber, is just a form code you put on an HTML page and creates this little image here. Now if you don't have a buy now button, actual image I mean, alright, it doesn't hurt to put this on an HTML page on your sales page. However, 99% of the times I never use this, and what I do need is just this little code here, which I copy and then put it on my buy now button on my own page with my own graphics, okay, because this is like a standard PayPal button. Okay, in reality all you need to do is link whatever buy button you've got on your sales page with this code here. Alright, and that's how simple it is to create a buy now button. Now if I open another tab and I paste this code, alright, here's what's gonna happen. PayPal will take me to pay for this item. Obviously I cannot use my own PayPal to pay, alright, but just so you know, you see here's the item name, alright, the price, and because it knows I've got a PayPal account, I'll need to log in, then I'll be ready to pay for the item. Alright, and because PayPal doesn't automatically redirect buyers to the URL we gave in the previous step, I've got a note here that they need to click return to merchant. Now if you got a business account, you can set it up that way that PayPal automatically redirects people to wherever it is that you want them to go after they pay, alright? But because in this case I don't, I just put a little image here, and you can Google these like payment, approve, click the button, return to merchant image, and you can actually modify PayPal to do that. And that's how we created a buy now button. And the buy now button, the difference is if buy now is used for one-offs, okay, so it's just 27 one-off price, nothing more to pay. Let's now go back to PayPal and create a subscription button. What's that? This is for an item that will require basically a recurring payment. For example, for a membership site, alright, where they pay $17 initially and then they pay $17 every month until they cancel, basically. So let's go back to PayPal and do a subscription button. Now you need to be back into the merchant services. Now if you tested that link, what will happen is PayPal will ask you to log in again. That's okay, just log in again and try to go to the merchant services tab, and again click on that create payment buttons for your website. And what you need to locate now is something that says either create a subscribe button, or remember I've shown you there's a little drop down button when you are in the button creation process for PayPal, and you just click on create buy now button, but this time when you're on the next screen, which should be similar for anyone really using PayPal, choose a button type, just click the little drop down arrow here and go where it says subscriptions, and now you will see slightly changed view. Alright, so the first thing you need to do is obviously put the item name, so you can put sort of FB Marketing Super Deluxe Membership, okay, something like that, just a dummy name. Of course, you need to choose the currency. Remember, if you're not in the United States and you want to sell in the United States, you need to choose the right currency there. Now, here's the important thing. You want to, he says here, billing amount each cycle. Now, if you sell a membership site and you initially pay $17, alright, and you want to charge them $17 every month, alright, you need to put here 17. In the billing cycle, you want, if you want this to be monthly, you just leave it to 1 month. Alright, if you want them to pay every 3 months, you just put here 3 months. Alright, usually it's monthly. And after how many cycles? Now, if you doing a membership site, you want them to obviously stay subscribed and pay this for as long as they like, so you put here never. However, if you're just doing installments, let's say, and you're selling something for let's say $45, right? And you want to break this amount in 3 amounts, you could put here 3 and go up here and make this 15. Alright, so that means they pay 15 today or whenever they buy this, alright, and then after and then after 2 months they will make another 2 payments of 15 for the next 2 months, and then the subscription will end. Okay, but if you want, like I said, if you go a membership site and you want this to then want your customers to be billed for as long as they stay, and you sell this for 17 per month, you just put 17 here and then here never. Okay, now if you wanted to offer a trial period, you could do that. For example, you can say $1 trial for 7 days, alright, and you could do a second trial if you wanted, etc. Now, when they first purchase, let's say you've got this buy now, the subscription button now on your website, and someone sees whatever it is and they want to buy it. Now, if they click the buy button, they will get charged and proceed with PayPal. They will get charged for $1, alright, for the first 7 days, and after 7 days, PayPal automatically will start billing them the $17 you got up there, and then for every month, every then on, will charge them $17 until they cancel. All right, and that's what it is. So in this case, all you need to do then is go to step 3 again. If you recall from the simple buy now button, you need to click here and put here the URL of the thank you page. Alright, so if it's a subscription, you may want to offer an upsell for something else, or you just basically send them to the membership login page or something like that. Alright, just put something there just to exist. Alright, and then create the button, and again, as in the case with the single payment, the create buy now button, now PayPal gives you a subscribe. Alright, again, I don't like this, and I just take the code here, copy it, and then I hyperlink this code with my own buy now button on my sales page. Right now, if I wanted to see how that looks like, remember, if I paste this and go, because I took out the trial period, but here's how this is different a little bit. Alright, you see, FB Marketing Super Deluxe membership, $17 for its month, alright, and you pay 17 today, and then you pay 17 for every month until you cancel. That's what basically this subscription was. Now, if this was a trial, you would see here $1 trial for 7 days, then 17 after 7 days, and every month, so on. Okay, and that's how we create a buy now button and a subscription or recurring payments button in PayPal. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I always enjoy making these videos for you. Like always, please feel free to leave a comment below, share this with your friends if you like, and let me know if you found this useful. Until next time, bye for now.